Nice.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first session of Secret of the Black Crag. Last time, we made characters, and today we are going to begin the campaign proper. To begin, let us introduce our player character. I lose track of my mouse, and then zoom in on the party.
Yeah.
My mouse, many monitors. All right. So, you are all members of the crew of the Gilded Goose, a ship beginning its new expedition into the Salamander Islands. We'll learn more about that in a moment. Let's begin with a brief description of who you're playing and why you are here searching for treasure. We'll just go clockwise, so we'll begin with Lux. Lux, who are you playing?
I am playing a character. Her legal name is Silly Sally. Her lawyer told her that she needs a legal name for tax purposes. But her performer name is Pom Pom. She goes by these pretty much interchangeably. I lovingly love to refer to her as the SS Pom Pom. As you can see, she is a clown, specifically the class that she is an acrobat. She made a pretty good living for herself as a clown, but then decided that she wanted to do a complete career pivot and just saw like an advertisement for being a pirate ship, and she thought, yeah, sounds fun. So here she is, and she's ready to do an adventure.
All right. Marilyn, you are playing our captain. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm playing Captain Sark with 2 legs. He is a very normal man with no supernatural abilities whatsoever, any religious inclinations, squints. He is he's the captain of the ship. He was able to purchase this after spending the entirety of his life art savings, which he earned through honest work, and by that, I mean he became entirely destitute after years serving as a sailor, before marrying a rich widower,
Yeah.
getting enough money from her, getting enough more money after her funeral to go and buy a ship, and now he's over here trying to, go up in the world.
All right.
Oh, by the way, he lost his leg when he's a sailor. That's why he's Sark with 2 legs. It's because he has a peg leg.
I see.
Of course.
He's gotten pretty good. He's gotten pretty fast on it, so you know.
Mm-hmm. A lot of experience. Deeves, who are you playing?
I am playing good Sir Davy Goodman, accomplished Royal Marine, who was rejected for reasons that we don't need to get into right now. But
Okay.
promptly after my dismissal, I decided it would be a waste to not form a private mercenary company, to sell my sword and my rifle for security for ships going through these haphazard waters. With me is my good Second Lieutenant Mullery, who was with me during my very accomplished campaign.
Yes, sir. Follow you to the ends of the earth, I will.
You know, if you were to
Together we will
elaborate,
protect this good vessel and any rascally pirates that think that they can board her.
so are you two just friends, or are you two just friends? Squints.
I don't know
have
what
no
you're...
idea what you're.
I have no idea what you're implying. He's my commanding
Well, it just-
officer.
Oh, nothing at all. Anyways, yeah, go ahead. We appreciate you on the ship. Thumbs up.
They were friends. They were bunkmates.
They were bunkmates.
Zed, what
Well,
what monstrosity are you playing this time?
am I introducing myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I am Gorthang, the Black Blade of True Justice. I am half elf. I am half of an elf, searching for my other half.
By this they mean that they are very short.
I am the sharp sting of the law. I am the justice served ever bloodied and cold. I am Gorthang. I pull out my sword.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
For the record,
like
they are an
clowns.
elf. They are just a short elf.
I'm just a short elf that likes clowns. Looks at Pom Pom.
Pom
Make me laugh, silly one.
Pom Pom pulls out her daggers and starts juggling them, and then starts dropping them all comically.
Yes, very humorous. Peak comedy.
And lastly, Vivian, who are you playing?
King. World's strongest kobold. King traveled from Kobold End. Very far, long road, king hurt feet.
All right.
King look for work, find work at circus, find funny lady with red nose, call self friend pom pom, join circus, become strong man for king world's strongest kobold.
He is pretty strong.
He is 17 strength. It's really good. That's quite strong. And you are playing.
I mean, I've personally never seen a stronger kobold in my life.
Yeah,
Mhm.
certainly.
But yeah, so I don't have to do the silly voice.
Oh yeah, you have
just
to do it
is
forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
okay,
okay.
okay. You know what? Yeah, don't let me get out of it. Fine, fuck you.
No,
Until
no.
the day I die, I have to do this your voice for Sarko. You have to do your voice too.
Oh, fine. I'll do my pawn. We'll all do our voices, and we'll all
Yes.
just be insufferable.
Yes.
I like to think my Russian accent isn't that bad, honestly.
No, it's pretty good.
It's really not.
The secret is not to oversell it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right.
Okay, so king not make money in circus. So king and friend pom pom, we go on sea, big water.
Well, I forgot a key character point.
Oh
What
no.
is it?
Go ahead and add it.
I am in search of a great song. I'm a singer and a writer, as well as
Oh.
being the hammer of the blade of the law. My goal is to write a sea shanty.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, we
Alright,
can write
sorry.
several of those.
Yes.
All right.
I'm also going to say this. I believe I've tried to have a conversation with all of you about whether or not about the occasional necessity of playing things more by the needs of the circumstance than the concerns of the law. And I was trying to very much. I'm assuming y'all passed that vibe check.
I am the ever blowing winter wind of the law. I am the blade raised in justice for the weak.
I think that Pom Pom thinks that the law is a bit overrated if it gets in the way of silly.
King not no law.
Exactly.
King knows no law.
I am the law. If you know me, you know the law.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Well, in that case, I guess you just follow your own laws then. Anyways, Sir Davy, how do you feel about that statement?
Well, again, I do not want to go into the particulars too much, but I did sacrifice a lot for the crown, and the crown did burn me quite a bit. I am having a bit of a rough patch with the authorities lately. So, these are normal circumstances. I am a good man who abides by good laws, but these are not ordinary circumstances, and I am in trouble.
If crown burn you, cool it down.
Yeah, just put some
Right.
water on it.
Right. I think the phrase you would use is laying low.
Well,
Oh.
I'll
Oh well,
have
you
know
gotta
this
you
much.
gotta be a little bit shorter to lie low. Pom Pom gets down and crouches down and starts doing like a duck walk. You gotta do it like this if you want to lay
Weak
low.
comedy.
Well, you have to understand, the way I see it is that I would never harm anybody in any case where it's not for my advantage, you have to see. I mean, it's just, I entirely despise just pointless violence, you know?
Purposeful violence. Now that's something we can get behind.
Well, it's not about that. It's about, well, you have to understand, there are people out there who just who are, problematic. And if I remember correctly, that we are a privateer vessel, right?
You're whatever kind of vessel you wish to be. You're the captain, and you own the ship.
Oh,
But this is a
course.
pirate,
Currently,
but you
we're
are
still-
setting sail from a pirate port.
Yeah.
So I guess a good discussion we need to have as players is what type of ship do we want to be? Do we want to be like a pirate ship, or do we want to go with like a what's the vibe that we want to go with as a party? Do we want to be a bunch of moral rapscallions, absolutely apprehensible, literally the best saints ever on the high sea? What's our goal here?
I can really see my character going for anything, honestly. But
Pom Pom's just here to have fun.
Honestly, I think
As far as I'm concerned, you're coining your rules, sir.
yeah. In that case, I like the idea of us being opportunistic vultures, where if we see a way to make money, we go for it after a discussion of risk versus reward and best approach. Now, if that means, charging someone a premium for protecting them through waters, smiles, or, raiding, caves that might have, long lost treasure, shit like that. I mean, you just gotta play it by ear, right?
Finders keepers.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, let us begin.
Well, all right.
The Gilded Goose is currently anchored off the shore of this one particular island, upon which sits a town. A shanty town of ship hulls and sailcloth near the beach. More solid timber buildings are further inland. Fort Albatross overlooks the town from the hill. Port Fortune has a population of 1,000 some odd pirates, yet has no official governor. The law, such as it is, the code, is enforced by one Red Roger Rathbone, a powerful pirate lord. The island's natural harbor makes it difficult for larger ships to come in and out, but smaller ships, fishing vessels, and the like come in and out of the docks. We join our party as Captain Sarko Two Legs walks out of the Curio Emporium, having just sold the last bit of the inheritance, the wedding ring, to a man named Armando, a man who promises that he gave you the very best price possible. You're pretty sure he ripped you off, but it was enough for your needs.
I could, as much as he ripped me off, he did me a service. I couldn't keep the wedding ring. Every time I saw it, it made me cry.
Captain, you have a ship and a crew, and it's just been payday. So the sailors, the sailors are good for the next month. You have enough food and supplies for the crew for 1 month. You also, in addition to your sailors, you have also hired Sneck Squealer Greentrees, a excellent navigator. He promises himself, or he promises you. The rest of the crew are those who are willing to face the dangers alongside you, although they expect to share the treasure. The sailors themselves, you know, are non-adventurers. The rest of the crew will sail the ship for you, and they may, but they will not go ashore into unknown dangers. They will not go into hazardous ruins. These people, however, will, with the exception of Sneck.
Mhm.
You currently find yourself in Port Fortune, and it's midday. You plan to set sail at dawn tomorrow. Your goal? Treasure. You know that there is a lot to find out in the Salamander Islands. I've given each of you a rumor or other bit of information that you have heard. Some of these may lead to treasure. Some of these may lead to other adventures. Some of them may just be facts that are good to know. Regardless, you stand in at the docks outside the Curio Emporium. The town itself is small, but if you look around the map, you can see various places. Of course, there's the market where all the trading is done, and next to that is the Sultry Siren, a tavern / inn for those for the pirates.
Yes.
Whitmore House for those seeking company.
Oh.
I would like to go to the Whitmore House.
Hold on.
Hold on. Of course, Curio Emporium, where Armando sells all manner of strange items and artifacts, and will buy and sell whatever treasures you find. The local doctor. There's a church here, a chapel of Saint Sid, for those pirates who fear for their immortal souls. Those who do not fear for their immortal souls may instead wish to visit Mama Fortuna's hut for visions of the future. And
Not
of course,
Fortuna?
Yes, Mama Fortuna.
But you go for vision, not Fortuna.
Right.
It's kind of false advertising.
And of course,
Yeah,
at the entrance is the lighthouse, which the locals refer to as the Tower of Heaven. What would you like to do?
Well, first thing I'm going to go do is go over to that hut and see if I can go ahead and get myself a vision. Let me go check my money over here.
Oh yeah, I spent all my money on equipment. I'm broke.
Oh yeah, I'm broke. I think I might be broke as hell right now.
Wait, no, I have a single gold coin.
Pom Pom is broke, but Pom Pom's going to go to the market square and start doing magic tricks and clown things and see if anyone's going to throw Pom Pom some coin.
That's so smart.
All right. Pom Pom's going up to the market square to do some tricks, see if they can get some few coins tossed their way. Sarko, you're going to visit Mama?
Of course, yeah.
All right. Is anyone going to accompany the captain to visit Mama Fortuna?
Sir
King will
David
come.
Goodman.
Okay. I have to say, I hope they're less disappointed in me than my actual mama is. I hit her
Oh,
with
goodness.
I want to be a pirate. My response was, oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Zed's going off the grid.
Zed has gone to the church. Oh no, to the Lich Yard. Oh,
The lynch.
where's Gorthan going?
We'll get back to Gorthang. Let's begin with those of you visiting Mama. All right. As you approach Mama's hut, you find that it is you have to go off the edge of the pier here and walk along the muddy ground. This isn't so much a beach as it is just dirt. Excuse me. The stagnant puddles surround the area here, buzzing with insects. The hut itself has a reed roof and shaggy palm fronds making up the roof. It stands on stilts above the high tide. There's no door, just a heavy curtain. Do you knock, or do you simply enter?
Of course I know.
An old woman's voice echoes out. Come in! Come in!
I do exactly that. Oh, so hello there.
Oh,
You see an elderly woman, hunched over, with a weathered-looking face. She says, "You're a new one. I haven't seen your face before. Have you come for a tarot reading, or are you interested in my wares?"
Well, truth be told, I was curious if you could assist me with this. I was looking for business opportunities, whether or not Vision could help me with one, or whether or not you might be in need of some help.
Business opportunity. Well, you know, I do actually need some help. There is a man who owes me a great debt. His name was George Smith. Unfortunately, he's dead now.
I'm sure for somebody of your inclination, that's only a minor inconvenience in the long term.
Yes, his body is currently hanging by the neck from Traitor's Arch. I'd asked McLeod over on the docks to fetch it in his fishing boat, and she agreed to do, mind. But then he went and he got drunk, and he got drunk off the upfront payment, and claimed he never agreed to do a job at all. Well, he learned what happens to those who cross Mama Fortuna.
Oof.
Anyway, if you could do Mama a favor and bring Smith's body back to us, Mama would be in your debt.
Okay, well, I can certainly go ahead and assist with that. I believe my associates here wanted to go ahead and give you a quick talk to as well, but I'll go ahead and I'll see if we can get that done. I'll try and get it to you as soon as I can, okay?
You're such a good boy.
Oh, you shouldn't say that. Anyways, he'll step on outside and let the two other people have a conversation with Mama if they want to.
Fortune telling's only a gold piece each.
oh, King only have one gold piece.
Well, I promise
Perfect.
it will not be poorly spent.
And here you are, my final gold.
She
It is
takes
yours.
the gold piece from King, and she begins shuffling her tarot cards. She begins dealing them out, and as she's reading the cards, she frowns and says, "King, I'm sorry, the cards are not in your favor. I see great danger in your future, King. I see you will be facing creatures from beyond the grave in the near future. Cursed corpses, drowned souls, clinging to life. But Mama knows the cure." She goes and takes a wooden holy symbol from wooden cross from another container in front of you. Symbols such as this could keep the worst spirits away. But unfortunately, you don't have any more gold, do you?
King do not have gold.
Well, I'm sorry.
King will have to fight spirit.
I wish you good luck. And if you do encounter, or if you do find more gold, you should come to Mama. Mama has all sorts of blessings and charms to keep the spirits away.
Remember. Many thank. Okay. Interesting.
Does anyone else wish to speak with Mama?
I think not. As charming as it would be have her talk my ear off, I very much prefer to save my gold for throwing it off the ship for the mermaids so we don't all die, which is approved science, not from some stink.
Oh yeah. No, you have to pay off the mermaids or else they'll fucking eat you off the bone. You don't even fuck with that shit. You're right.
Scholar of the Naval Academy.
I need you
Royal
to
Naval
like,
Academy, I see.
yeah, like hear me out. Like I've got like some money set aside for that exact purpose. I take that very seriously.
See, now if more captains were like you, there'd be a lot less travesty at sea due to mermaid-related incidents.
Honestly, you could do a lot of things, but I don't think you'd see any less tragedy at sea.
It's a nightmare. Okay.
Meanwhile, Gorthang, you appear to have made your way over to the Lich Yard. Yes?
Yes.
As you enter in, as you walk past the chapel. It's one of the nicer buildings in town, one of the few stone structures in town. But you walk past it into the graveyard. It's poorly kept. You see a lot of wooden markers and a few disintegrated headstones. It does seem quite empty. But as you are standing there, a young man, exits the church and seems to come towards you. Let me pull up his picture. The man approaches you. He is wearing monk's robes, a holy symbol around his neck. He's missing a tooth and has a black eye. Hello there.
You have seen better days, my friend.
It's very difficult being preaching to those who do not wish to be preached. Regardless, it's a very important mission. They're good people. They're just a little rough around the edges.
Most of them are not good people.
Perhaps, but they have the opportunity to change, as we all do.
I cannot speak for everyone, but I have known a few noble men in tale and legend.
He looks and says, You're an elf, aren't you?"
Yes, I am Gorthang, the Black Blade, half elf. I am half of an elf.
I don't think I've ever met even half of an elf before.
We are rare these days. Our life is fading.
Did you know someone we've buried here?
Not really. I come to this broken grave every once in a while and like to think that they were my friend. It has no name, so no one will know otherwise.
I see.
It's a reminder.
I see. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Gorthang. I hope that you will come to the service.
Are you in need of a fine blade at this establishment?
A blade? No. But do you know anything of spirits?
I have been told of the unseen world.
The rest of Port Fortune, they don't believe me. But once a week or so, in front of that grave, there's a ghost appears here at night. A woman.
I haven't seen them, nor do I think myself directly responsible. Although I do come here and I say some words. It's probably not good that the grave is broken, but I don't have any plaster to fix it.
Unfortunately, the church's funds are very low at the moment. He gestures to Black Eye. But if I had some more donations, perhaps we could get things cleaned up.
Very well. My next adventure, I shall bring back much gold so that this graveyard may be cleaned up. Under the circumstance that I get to meet this ghost.
I hope you get to.
All right. I have some things to say over the grave.
Of course.
You can be here if you want.
Of course. I'll be in the church if you need any of my healing services.
Ah, good.
Yes. Brother Lewin will then go. for the record, just like meta information, Leywin is capable of performing healing magic to either cure wounds or remove curses in exchange for donations to the. All right. Yes.
All right. I lay my blade in front of the grave.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a reverent stance.
Okay.
And I say the following. Say, "O ye nameless broken grave, guide my blade once again. Let no weapon formed against me find its mark. May their swords be blunted and broken against my armor. O ye who has protected me and my kin, O elf friend, may your grave never be defiled, lest mine own heart come to rest in the seas of bliss beside you. Let the blood of the wicked wet my steel, for in the light, the dark must flee." They get a little emotional, and then they run off towards the Whitmore house.
Meanwhile, Silly Sally is performing in the market square. What is your performance like? How are you attempting to entertain the pirates as they're going about their business?
She starts by juggling daggers, and she gradually adds them. And if that doesn't seem to be doing that much attention, she's gonna start doing some magic tricks. She's gonna start kind of like looking around and being like, "Oh, what's that? I don't see anything." And then she's gonna look down to her boobs, and she's gonna be like, "Wait a second!" And she's gonna start pulling out 50 feet of rope flavored as magic scarves from her bust.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll for me D6.
First roll of the game. Oh my god.
4.
All right. Over the course of an hour or so of performing, 4 silver coins get tossed your way by a few separate pirates.
Not bad. Not bad.
Enough for a nice meal at the Sultry Siren.
I think Pom Pom will actually go and have a nice meal at the Sultry Siren.
All right.
Beautiful.
You enter into the Sultry Siren. The Sultry Siren is a 2-story house, wooden second floor on top of a gray brick first floor. The sign hanging over the entrance depicts a voluptuous woman with a pair of feathered wings on her back. A ribbon over that displays the name of the Sultry Siren. As you enter in, it's not quite the evening yet, but people are starting to come in. There's pirates laughing and drinking. Tables all scattered around the room. Stains of thrown drinks and pipe smoke, drip over the walls. As you enter, you see the bartender, a large man named Swain Gibbons. Like his full art.
Oh, this guy.
I would trust this man to cook me up something very delectable and greasy.
Yeah.
He's a large middle-aged man, bulky with leathery skin, arms covered in tattoos, as you can see. A face that looks like he's been in quite a few bar fights in his life.
Yeah.
As you wander in, he sort of looks you over and says, "What are you supposed to be?"
Pom Pom's a clown.
He looks and says, and shrugs. "What can I do for you?"
Pom Pom is going to put the 4 pieces of silver on the table. One of your finest meals, whatever you like to get. That's what Pom Pom will get.
He'll swipe the 4 silver pieces, and seafood platter coming right up. He goes over and starts cooking and preparing assorted seafood caught from the bay.
Seafood? Well, I can see all food.
God damn it.
I love Pom Pom so much.
Hard to say stoic with Pom Pom around.
He
I've been, oh my god, I've been so excited to play Pom Pom. Sorry, she's been on my mind so frequently since I made her.
Gibbons says, we see a lot of strange folk in Port Fortune, but I think you might be the first clown. Well, there's several clowns, but the first with the full makeup.
Pom 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 takes that as a compliment. No one does it quite like Pom Pom.
What brings you to Port Fortune, he says.
Oh, Pom Pom has a pirate crew that Pom Pom's traveling with. Looking for adventure on the seven seas, lots of gold, lots of treasure. Those are the things that Pom Pom likes.
Ah, well, I hope when you find the Motherlode, you should come back here and give if you got a good enough story, I might even give you a free drink.
Pom Pom's eyes light up, literally get little stars in them, and she nods enthusiastically. Oh, and Pom Pom has so many stories to tell. Pom Pom, she kind of like leans in really close to the table. I'm planning to find some talking monkeys.
Talking monkeys.
Pom Pom nods enthusiastically. It's a rumor that Pom Pom heard. I'm sure that it has to be true because, well, I mean, Pom Pom's seen lots of monkeys in the circus. I think they're quite smart. They can really steal a lot of things when they're not looking for you, when you're not looking at them. Who knows what else that they can know? Certainly speech.
Well, maybe so. I ain't never heard of a talking monkey, but I suppose anything's possible.
Maybe Pom Pom can bring one back, and then we can all have drinks.
You bring a talking monkey here, I bet that would be real good for business. I might buy it from you if you find one.
Pom Pom nods knowingly. Pom Pom will remember this.
Well, here's your seafood. He gives you like a bowl of gumbo with shrimp and chunks of fish in it.
Thank you. Pom Pom is very grateful. Pom Pom would tip if Pom Pom had more gold, but that just means that Pom Pom will have to come back.
He nods and goes back to serving the rest of his customers.
Pom Pom will enjoy her gumbo.
He did not debone the fish. It is annoying.
Oh,
It's to Pom Pom. It just means that she'll take the fish bones, she'll put them in her pocket. She'll find a use for them later.
wonderful.
Very well. You have a fish.
And then she'll use them.
Of fish bones.
And then she'll use them to clean her teeth afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. Resourceful.
All right. Gorthang, I notice that you, instead of going to the Whitmore house, instead are standing dramatically on the end of the pier.
Yes.
All right. As you are doing so, you see a man standing at the edge of the shore. Let me pull up his art. The man looks out at the boardwalk, quite as if he's stealing his nerves. And then he's got a crutch on one hand, or he's staring out there as if he's stealing his nerves. He then grabs a pair of crutches, which he didn't appear to have needed before, and tries walking out onto the pier. As he does so, he becomes quite stumbly and looks as if he is about to fall. Does
I
Gorthang do anything?
quickly go over to offer some help, and I say, I hear fear in your steps, friend.
He sort of leans over onto you. His legs seem to wobble as if they won't support him. He grumbles some unintelligible curses, then sort of like, thank you. That bloated she-devil of a witch. He help me back to shore, damn it.
I help him back to shore.
As soon as he's off the dock and on solid ground again, he drops the crutches and steps off, seemingly perfectly able to walk again.
I see you've lost your sea legs.
I didn't lose them. They were stolen from me by that damned witch.
Which one?
Mama Fortuna. Gestures over. What good's a sailor who can't walk? What's good's a sailor without any sea legs?
I imagine they could be very good.
He scoffs. Just 'cause I didn't want to do her damn dirty work.
What do you mean, dirty work?
She wanted me to go chase after some dead man, I don't know. Said I agreed to it, and then tried to blackmail me into doing it. Doing her work for her. Sailing out to Trader's Arch. Now I can't sail nowhere. Hey, you want to buy a fishing
Listen in
boat?
on this conversation.
Maybe. But worry not, friend. I feel your tides are changing. This is an acquaintance of mine. They're very strong.
Yes.
He looks...
King very strong. King heard Tuna Lady speak. She mentioned Trader's Arch. We will return body from Trader's Arch and curse broken, hopefully.
Well, if that'll do, I wish you luck then.
King thanks you.
If you can break this damn curse, I'll owe you.
King did give last shining coins, which, so King would appreciate it.
And honestly, there's worse things you can do with gold.
He says, he nods and says, well, I guess if I can't go to work, I might as well go to the tavern. And he's gonna walk over to the Sultry Siren and be drunk and go and drink rum until he can't walk on land either.
Oh boy. You know what, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like if he really wanted to have the worst day of his life, he gets drunk and then put on a boat. Oh man, he'd probably be begging to die.
Entire world spin.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So, is there anything else you wish to do in town, today?
I would like-
think so. Oh?
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I don't think there's anything else I need to do.
I think I'm about ready to go ahead and do the thing. When we got a job, we'll go get the body, bring it back to her, then ask her if she knows any. My idea is we go ahead and get the body, bring it back to her, and then instead of asking for payment, we ask for any leads she might have to, like, a golden fortune.
Ooh, not a good idea.
Could be a good idea. Alright.
I would like to go to the Whitmore house.
Okay.
Never a doubt.
Alright. You make your way over to the Whitmore house. Two-story manor house. Other than the fort, this is the largest building in town. It's starting to get late, and as they do so, as the sun is beginning to set, you see people lighting red candles in the various windows. Other pirates and other sorts are starting to make their way over to the Whitmore house. As you approach, the matron greets you. Her name is Esmeralda Snow, or at least that's her working name.
Oh, I like her.
Ooh.
Buxom
Alright.
lady with a sharp face and a beauty mark and glossy black hair. She, as you enter Gorthang, you see her being quite sharp, and she's directing the other girls around the house. But as soon as she sees you come in, her expression completely changes into a much softer one than her art depicts. And she approaches. Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of entertaining you before.
I am Gorthang, the Black Blade of Justice. I am half elven. I am half of an elf.
I'm realizing that this is just the intro that they give to everybody, and it's really funny.
I love it. I love it so much.
I see. She goes over and will place an arm on Gorthang's places a hand on Gorthang's muscular arm with your 14 strength. And she says, does Gorthang the Black Blade have gold?
I do. And I was wondering, how much for your ears and your eyes? I seek rumors about a woman of a broken grave. I slide them a gold piece.
She says, well, 5 gold an hour, so this will buy you a few minutes. And she'll lead you over to a little private booth. And she says,
Gorthang's gonna be like, I think I've done them wrong. I've been praying at their grave randomly, and I think I wrestled their spirit up from the beyond by accident. I'm a bad person.
spirits. Have you been talking to Brother Lewin?
No, perhaps. I just want to know whose grave it was.
The broken grave?
Yeah, in the back.
Oh, that was old Isabella. Isabella Smith.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. What means came by her at the end?
She was separated from her husband. She mimes a noose.
I see. And who be this fellow? Lest he still draw breath for now. I slide them another gold coin.
She takes the gold coin and says, she was married to George Smith. He now hangs at Trader's Arch.
Oh.
Lord.
Thank you, fair lady. I must be off. I shall be back. I hear you guys have great refreshments.
Absolutely. We offer all sorts of companionship and all sorts of information.
All right. Goodbye.
She waves you off.
I'm gonna go back to stoically looking out on the pillar.
All right. Sun sets. Pirates gather around the sultry siren. Songs, shanties echo out amongst the town. Night falls. People get drunk. Morning comes. Pop you all over to the Salamander Island.
Ooh.
Map. All right. You are all at Port Fortune. One moment, please.
Oh. Oh no.
Those weren't supposed to
And
be.
Among Us.
Those weren't supposed to be private rolls. That was
Oh, okay.
weather and winds. Today's weather is a clear and sunny day, not too hot, and the weather is a fresh breeze, normal sailing. Could not ask for a better day to begin the voyage.
Good.
Nice.
Traveling at sea, we'll use these waterborne adventuring rules, which are on screen right now. Each day, you will decide. You'll begin the day by deciding your course. This is the direction you intend to travel in. We'll check the weather. Weather will determine, speed. Higher winds or lower winds can modify how far you can make it in a given day. If you are far from land, I will check for losing direction. Without a navigator, if you are out of sight of land, you will become lost. With a navigator, which you have, at open sea, you have a 2 in 6 chance of becoming lost.
Okay.
When you are lost, it doesn't necessarily mean you are completely going the wrong direction. It simply means that you are off course. Your movement will end in a hex other than the one you targeted. Unless weather conditions are so bad you can't see the sky or anything like that, you'll generally be going in the generally correct direction. However, there are many islands here, so this won't be a problem too often, as unless you get lost in the fog, unless the weather is foggy, you can see a distance of 24 miles from the Crow's Nest, which is 4 hexes. So as long as you have a navigator and are within 4 hexes of land, you are fine. Your ship travels, has a standard speed of 90 miles per day, which equals 15 hexes on the map, modified by wind speed. There will be a wandering monster check at least once a day, possibly more frequently, depending on where you are going. I say wandering monsters, but the encounter tables include merchant ships, pirates, things like, or normal animals, things like that. But
Okay.
generally, wandering monsters is just the general term. Not necessarily mean, Swagan dragging you to your grimy depths. And then, and we describe what happens, we play through anything that happens, and then that is the end of the day. So, no, I noticed that I forgot to mark Trader's Arch on your map. Let me add that. And then you guys can tell me what heading you want to set. I will remind you, or I will say that some of you have heard rumors of other locations as well. So if anyone would like to suggest alternatives to the captain's plan of heading towards Trader's Arch, now is the time that as a party, as players, you should decide where it is you want to go.
Where be the body?
Yeah, where is Trader's Arch on the map? I'm blind.
Yeah, I forgot to add it. The Trader's Arch is right here. I'm going to add it to the map right.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Not that far away.
What do we know about the place? Is it the type of place where you could just walk up and grab a fucking, just take a guy down from it, or do we have to be sneakier than that?
So Trader's Arch is a wind-sculpted arch of white stone, from which traders are hung. Those who have broken the pirate's code in some egregious way, or mutinied against, or failed to mutiny against their captain. If you successfully mutiny, that's one thing. But when you fail That's when you end up at Trader's Arch.
Yeah, that's when you're a low down good for nothing. And when
Right,
you
right,
do
'cause if
pull
you
off,
succeed-
Captain was the one.
Yeah, if you succeed, then your captain was a no good dirty trader.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
it's basically an arch of stone near the shore here, or in the mountains just inside, at the southern edge of Skeleton Cove.
Got it.
Well, Sir Goodman does the anti-mermaid ritual, as we're about to. Gets out
As
the compass, aligns himself perfectly north, throws some salt over his shoulder, turns clockwise, does it 4 times, then throws a coin into the sea.
Poor thing wonders why there's now salt on their head.
It's part, I think.
Tasty.
there's a splash as the gold coin falls into the water.
anyways, so guys, here's the plan that I had. We're going to go to the Trader's Arch, take that body down, give it to the sea hag, and I mean that with all the affection that term should imply. And then we'll ask her very politely whether or not, instead of payment, she can tell us the location of anything valuable that she might have fortune seen. Thoughts?
Do we know the name of this person we're bringing back to them?
It's like-
Yes.
I think it was like George or Steven or something.
George Smith?
Mm-hmm.
God, that has to be the worst. Oh man, if my name was George Smith instead of Sarko Two Legs, I would have felt like a failure in life, and it'd be all my mom's fault. But
God.
yeah, it's George Smith.
The dreaded
Why?
fire Captain George Smith.
Why does a witch want a trader's body?
Apparently he screwed her over. She just apparently needs to get some revenge from beyond the grave, you know. Personal feud stuff. I mean, he's dead, so like, I'm just gonna work out with the one that actually can assist me in the realm of the living.
It is not right to call back the ones who have passed to seek revenge for what they have done in their present. I shall
If
have
it's
words
not right,
with
does
this
that mean
witch.
it's left?
Yes, it does.
We're just the middlemen in assisting a transaction. We have no idea what that witch is going to do, and yeah.
I shall have words with her, and hopefully not my blade.
Okay, yeah, but if you try to stab her, I'm going to conk you. I'm gonna have somebody here conk you on the side of the head.
If
and tell you
justice
to stop.
demands a stabbing, then that's what justice will get.
Hey, King, can I have a word with you?
Yes.
I'm gonna take you aside and walk out. Okay, so if the tiny guy tries to stab the witch friend, don't let him do it. Because you know what? I feel like that witch really likes us, and if they got hurt, I mean, I wouldn't want to lose a friend like that, right?
Of course. King will smash small friend.
Yeah.
If-
Don't hurt him too bad. Just restrain him or something, okay?
Oh, grab and hold. Yes.
Yeah. Don't crunch him or nothing. Just like, you know, get him in like a full Nelson or something.
Don't crunch
Of
it.
course.
Like a bag of potato chip.
Poor thing is
Also,
gonna look
King
at their
have question.
blade.
Oh, what's that?
You know much about boat. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I bought this one, so I hope I know it pretty well at this point.
Has Captain Friend ever seen island that rise from sea?
Oh, islands rise from the sea in some sort of a sense, and then there's the ones that are formed from like volcanoes and shit. I know there's this one island out far east that like got exploded, and then it's starting to slowly reform from the ocean again. But like, you know, there's all kinds of islands. What do you mean specifically? I need more of a clear definition here.
King find that fascinating, but King heard rumor. It's
Okay.
a star
Do I
fall from sky,
overhear? Oh,
then
okay.
a cursed island rise from sea. So, can star make island rise?
A lot of things can happen when there's a divine intervention from above. I haven't heard anything like this, but when it comes to the magical, I mean, I'm not one to, discount anything. I mean, if it's out, do you think it's out here in the Isles around here?
Maybe. King also heard. It might rain frogs. King looks excited about that.
Well, I mean, frogs are pretty neat. I kind of want to get them everywhere, but I mean, I guess it'd be neato. Maybe we could, like, you know, sell them for, like, frog legs or something. I'd be good.
Frog good food.
Yeah.
Dip from sky.
One of the sailors walking past on the ship says, better than hardtack, I guess.
I mean, if you ever had good frog legs, it's basically chicken.
Exactly. Captain Friend understand.
You only eat the legs, poor thing says.
All right.
Okay, so any objections? Are we going over to silly little Traitor's Arch and collecting Georgie?
I shall right this wrong.
Yes.
Silly
Okay.
Go
how?
body.
Mallory, And Pom Pom, we all good? Everybody thumbs up?
Pom Pom gives 2 thumbs up.
Okay, great. Love to hear it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this show on the road then. Hey, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go tell the navigator to put it into high gear and.
All right, Captain. Captain, I want you to use the drawing tool to draw the path you intend to take.
Oh, that's so cool.
you-
You get to draw.
Mm-hmm. You are starting from this hex here, where the Gilded Goose is currently set. I want you to draw the path. Keep in mind, if you are ever more than 4 hexes from the nearest shore, you have an increased chance of, or you will have a chance of becoming lost.
Ooh.
This is the way we're gonna do it. Ignore that little Z in there. That was
Yeah,
me
yeah.
fucking up.
Oh, good. Let's see. 5, 14. Okay, that is 1 day. That is as far as you can make it in 1 day.
Damn.
Oh, perfect.
Ugh, that's why I'm the captain. Cracks fingers.
All right. When the navigator is close to the shore, there's no chance of becoming lost. However, let's see if there's any wandering monsters.
Ooh.
As you make your way, across the channel here between the island of Fortune and Fire Island, you see that there is a smoke rising from the volcano of Fire Island, but the going is safe. Nothing seems to bother you as you make your way down. No sign of any other ships or threats in the area.
Okay. Okay.
You sail through the day and through the night, taking shifts, letting Snet Green Trees do his job. As you arrive the next day at Trader's Arch, it's hot today. As you lay anchor on the edge of the shore here, you get into the smaller rowboats in order to make your way from the ship to the beach. When you are ashore, I will be using this little icon here to mark your position.
Got it.
Okay, so. All right, guys. Well, let's go collect John's. So, is this arch overhanging the ocean, or is it just like out in the middle of the island?
One moment. So the arch itself is not over the sea, but it is instead a natural feature just inland, on a sort of where the mountains sort of end, the white stone arch, natural arch that kind of goes down to the beach.
I see.
As you land on the beach and begin marking your way towards Trader's Arch, you see that there are 3 bodies, desiccated corpses, dangling from rotting nooses from the arch.
Mm-hmm.
My, finding the right one may be a challenge.
Bring them all.
I was about to say, Pom, we could just bring them all down.
We shouldn't do that. So who
We
was?
shall bury them.
Oh no! Did nobody here get a description of what old George looked like? Wait, I got an idea. We should just try to find the ones that probably seemed the freshest. That might be a good place to start.
All of them are
Yes.
all of them are quite desiccated, basically mummified by the salty air.
Ugh.
There are all 3 appear to be men. Beyond that, they are each corpses.
I have an idea.
Yes.
We must wait for midnight. And then maybe. Alright, confession time. I have done wrong. I've been praying at the broken grave in the graveyard for courage and protection in battle without knowing who lied there because the grave was broken and I couldn't read the name. But I have found out that their husband was George Smith, and they died after they lost their husband for taking their own life, I believe. But I believe that I might be able to contact her spirit and have them point at the body. Maybe
Okay, so I have a slight problem here in that I don't really want to be around a graveyard like this, full of restless spirits come midnight.
I'll protect you.
I don't. We're not. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to do that. So we're gonna take
right.
all 3 of these people, and then we'll put them back after our friendly witch identifies them. Okay.
Or I can try to talk to the ghost now.
Okay, I'll give you a go to do it now, but like if we start getting zombies and stuff, I'm gonna be a bit miffed.
Which did tell King that zombie in future.
All right.
Mom doesn't have a good feeling about this.
I'm gonna try to talk to the spirit of the grave I've been praying at.
Okay. You attempt to invoke the spirit, calling upon the name that you were given by the Lady of Whitmore House, but Isabel does not respond to your invocations. Morthang.
Very well.
It's possible you are
I'm-
too far from her grave.
True. Okay. I will say that we don't know their life. Perhaps they were polyamorous, and all 3 of them were her husband.
So
Well,
we're
we should
still
take
taking all 3?
Yeah, I didn't hear back. I left a message.
Aw. Pom Pom places a hand on your shoulder sympathetically.
Small friend left on red. The king
It's okay.
has sympathy.
It's okay. I've been kind of praying at their grave without knowing who they are. It's gotta be on me.
Okay, so hear me out. All right. How about these? King, go ahead and just pull one of them down. All right. And the rest of us, yeah, you know what? Yeah, just go ahead and pull one of them down, and let's just all here be ready in case they start twitching. Okay.
Aye.
Okay, so how do we do this? Do I have to roll something to pull these guys down? How high up are they?
Well, I'm not going to ask you to roll anything unless that becomes warranted. They are hung up on the arch. The arch itself is about 20 feet high. They're hung about, say, 5 feet of rope, and then their bodies would be like another 6 foot. So their toes are dangling, some 9 feet off the ground. You could climb up and just cut the rope if you don't mind the corpses dropping.
Pom Pom can climb up and King can stand down, and Pom Pom can cut the rope while King catches the body.
King will catch.
All right.
Because I am an acrobat. Pom Pom is very good at climbing.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're from like the circus, right? Yeah, you go for it. There isn't a net this time, but
King
yeah.
will catch.
All right. Yes. Sally, I'm not going to ask you to make a climbing check here because you were climbing sheer surfaces is required when the climb is very difficult. In this case, it's a cliff side and you're not in any hurry. So, you climb up the side of it and make your way to the top. You cut the rope, holding the first corpse, and sort of help lower it down so that King can catch it. King, a mummified man falls into your arms. As you have a closer look at the corpse now, you can see that this one is sort of an older, looks like it was sort of an older gentleman. His mouth has been sewed shut.
Oh. Dead men tell no tale.
The corpse, however, does not seem to come to life and attempt to maul you or anything like that. Remains a corpse.
Good. King said, set body down and prepare to catch.
You repeat the process with the other 2. The second one is, looks like he was maybe younger than the first. And then the third, has stringy black hair. All 3 corpses have the same, sewn shut lips.
King find this strange.
Pom Pom wonders if this is just what they do to the bodies. I mean, well, I guess you don't want traitors to tell your secrets.
Oh.
I mean, listen,
Dead
even in
men.
the afterlife, I bet that they could yap your ear off.
So, it not dead men tell no tale. Dead men can't tell no tale.
Dead traitor can't tell no tale.
Oh.
But who did they betray? I feel we have hastened too quickly on this errand.
I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Can I come with?
I think you have conversation to have with your fellow crew, but you know.
Oh, okay.
Goodness.
So yeah, anyways, you wanna go like put these guys in a box, bring them over to the fucking lady, and be like, hey, one of them's the right guy. We'll put the other two back. Unless you want to keep them.
Pom Pom has no better idea if that's what Captain thinks.
Yeah. Now I still say we have somebody keep an eye on them 24/7 in case they start twitching or something. But yeah, no, we just go take it to the.
And we'll keep eye on Corp. Corp.
Oh wait.
Corp.
I just had an idea. Quick thing we should definitely do. Okay, everybody. I've been so worried about whether or not they'll get up and try to hurt us. I forgot what my dad taught me back when I was growing up. Zombies without feet can't attack you anywhere other than your shins. So yeah, let's just like take their feet off and then, have some real dude keep an eye on. We'll be
We
fine.
could
Will
tie 'em up.
cutting off their feet upset the witch lady we're getting the body for?
Damn, you're right. Yeah, just tie him up. Let's just tie him up. That's a good idea.
I think the witch lady's gonna be pretty upset when we get back.
Should have given me a description.
We'll put them back.
She'll be pretty upset when my blade is wetted with her blood.
If you stab her, I swear to God, you're not gonna get a chance to stab her.
Well, if we stab her, then that's just gonna lead to more problems down the road. And Pom Pom
We shall
doesn't really want to
see
do
what
that.
she has to say. I think the root of many problems in the port is this person. I sense evil work in this.
Sir Goodman's eyes are just darting between the two. Not sure who's gonna come out the victor. Or what side of the bread he wants buttered.
God damn it.
Meanwhile, while this conversation's happening, Pom Pom is taking out some of her scarves and tying up the bodies.
Smart.
Where
I think
do you keep all of this cloth?
Pom Pom keeps it wherever Pom Pom feels like it.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't like that answer. That's a terrifying answer.
Sometimes it comes out of Pom Pom's mouth, sometimes it comes out of my suit, sometimes it comes out of my gloves.
I'm back. What did I walk in on?
Hi, back.
Pom
I'm
Pom's
Cortez.
talking
About what hammer space is.
yeah.
Ah.
We're tying up the bodies, and someone asked where Pom Pom keeps all the scarves, and Pom Pom's like, I don't know, just wherever it feels like it.
Okay, so you're tying up the bodies then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's pop our view over to the Gilded Goose real quick.
Ooh.
For no reason at all.
The ship feels very familiar.
Oh my goodness.
A memory of another world, perhaps.
I've walked these halls in another life.
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't
it's
you
like
know
it's
my
here.
lawyer is a rat on the ship. She's the one who tells me she's the one who tells Pom Pom how to do her taxes.
I feel like an old friend of mine used to eat waffles here. He's very immaculate about his beard.
I feel like Snack makes drugs in his room.
Snack doesn't know what you are implying. Snack only does brew, their own booze, but Snack doesn't do anything wrong.
I believe this uncritically.
All right, I want you to tell me where you were putting these 3 corpses.
In the brig.
Bottom of the ship, tied up with two men keeping an eye on them in rotation.
We not want hang from mast,
No.
but they traitor hang.
Yeah, but right now they're our cargo.
Oh.
I agree. That would be pretty metal.
I think that those branded traitor must seek the court of a higher authority to be labeled as such. I have found the courts of men to be much lacking in truth.
Well, it's their fault.
Wouldn't you say the same, where is Deeves' character?
Sir Davy Goodman?
Sir Davy Goodman.
Yes, there they are. I thought they were part of the ship. I don't know why. Wouldn't you say the same, Sir Davy, so-called good man?
Well, if you don't like human courts, you could talk to my rat lawyer.
You have a rat
Maybe
lawyer?
so.
Are you insane? Well, they are dead. Are dead men entitled to legal representation? I feel like we're past whatever, right?
They
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that we die twice. Once at our death, and once we are forgotten. If I know the name George Smith in my head, they are not dead yet.
Pom Pom thinks you're getting a little bit too philosophical for this journey.
My brain is ever the philosopher. My heart ever the poet. My hands ever the smith of death.
Then why did you become a pirate if you like all those other things then?
I'm writing a song.
Look, hear me out. Hear me out. Our job as pirates isn't to make these big decisions
Why is it
about
getting
the
dark?
morality of the ocean. Our job as pirates is to make money, save the moralizing to people of higher educations and higher religious affiliations.
Pom Pom doesn't get paid enough to care about morals.
I am no pirate.
If you really want my opinion, I would say that these men have already been tried, and it's now the Lord's work to figure out where their souls are go, right or wrong.
Tried by falsities. My blade shall seek the judge.
I mean, why are you defending this guy? Didn't he do something wrong to the lady you pray to? I mean, it seems like
His
if they
death.
did something wrong, that's why they got hanged.
His death caused her to take her life. Is there not wrong in this?
So, you mad at dead man? Because
No.
he dead.
I am mad at the ones who have killed them. For they did not know the propagation of their actions until it was too late, nor do they care. For they shall care to the blade in their chest. And that shall be Gorthang, the black blade of justice.
Mhm.
I think you're getting really caught up in this whole, thing you're doing.
Pom Pom thinks that maybe you should stop being a pirate and become a lawyer if you care about justice so much.
I don't know how to write.
Well, that's your problem.
Honestly,
Nor
you
am I
should
willing
try
to
learning.
learn.
It's very good for the soul. Okay, there it is.
Well, if you're not willing to learn, Pom Pom has a hard time wondering how you're going to convince other people of your moral code. Well,
I'm very good at talking.
Well, let me say this. You've convinced me so much so that I'll take control of talking to the hag myself to make sure that the best moral outcome happens. How does that sound?
I shall be there to aid thee.
Why don't you go talk to their court, to the grave marker, and see what they have to say?
Oh, okay. You go talk to the hag, and I'll bring the bodies on shore.
No.
No.
Well,
King
perhaps
carry body, king strong.
Pom Pom can help. Pom Pom's strong.
Strong palm, even. Okay.
all right.
Pom Pom has 13 strength.
I like how
Pom
like
Pom
I'm
wins many
playing,
arm
like,
wrestling competitions.
outside
But
of
against king.
outside of character real quick. I like how I'm playing like a morally just character, and y'all are like now get rich quick. It's like the
Yeah.
tables have turned.
God.
But tables have turned, but I'm in the same place.
I'm a
Instead of
morally
bombing the
just-
parade,
How do I
you
get
want to
the-
bring justice to the world, but you can't write.
Yes.
I was about to say, a portal opens up and Willow walks through, and Willow grabs Gorthang and says, "Do you know how many crimes I let you slide? You know how many crimes I've seen, I've witnessed, and now you're doing this to me."
Me, I was like, before I started this campaign, I was like, I wonder how I could be different and be more of a party person. I think I'd need to be like lawfully aligned, maybe even good. And now I'm here just like the only good one.
Yeah, it's a pirate crew, and you chose to be lawful.
It's like in Pirates of the Caribbean with the guy who made the swords and is in love with Elizabeth Swann. You know, the one who was like, "You must start believing in a ghost story, Miss Swan. You're living in one." That Miss Swan, and then there was Orlando Bloom.
You really
Pom
best
Pom's
start
not much of a
believing in,
cinephile.
you must start believing in moral relativism because you're in one question mark. Who's writing this script?
Speaking of, it only took you an hour or so in the morning to reacquire those corpses. Couple hours maybe. So it is still early in the day. You have loaded them back onto the Gilded Goose, and it's up to you. You can try and make back for Port Fortune if you want, or you can set sail somewhere else.
So, personally, what I would like to do is just go ahead and just take like a meandering route along the coastline here. We can figure out how the heck I want to do this, and then go straight for Port Fortune. Just because I kind of want to like explore the coastline and see if there's any notable points of interest along the way as we go there.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Pom Pom knows something about Jade Island.
So Jiveland.
Jiveland. That's where all the good dancers go.
So yeah, just patrolling the coastline a little bit, trying to see if there's anything of note around there for us to go scavenge later. Or scavenge now, you know. God knows.
I'm gonna go and talk to the corpses.
Oh God.
Like, hear me out. Like, if we you can talk to them, but hear me out. Like, if we see like any beached whales, like we're gonna my crew are gonna go over there and gut their intestines for ambergris. I don't care.
I was about to say, you know how much that stuff's worth?
Ambergris was worth a lot. Pom Pom will get dirty for ambergris.
Yeah. Oh, it's still worth a lot.
Can never taste well meat.
It's kind of chewy.
I'm gonna can I go see the corpses?
Yeah, I mean the corpses are just right now. They're tied up in the bottom of the at the bottom of the
boat.
The boat. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to go and try to talk to the corpses.
All right. You talk to them through the day. There's no reaction.
Oh, can I try to talk to their spirits?
You could try.
I would like to try. I'm gonna place my hand on their forehead and be like, reveal your secrets. And be very open with myself.
I think you're gonna do the SpongeBob thing. Ravioli, ravioli, show me the secretoli.
There is no reaction from the corpse. I think they continue to be dead. However,
Very well.
Captain, as you approach Fire Island, peering through your the spyglass towards the shore, you see some figures standing on the beach. Humans with you see a small hunting party, really, of the native inhabitants of the island. You see they have dark skin and green tattoos and are wearing masks. Mixed in with their local clothing, you see that some of them are wearing pirate vests or pirate hats, boots. They appear to have been out hunting. You see that they have spears and bows and arrows. But they stop and they are looking out at your ship.
I barter with them, but I don't have anything to really trade with, guys, right now, other than modified corpses. Yeah, guys, I just want to let them carry on and just float on by.
The winds of justice are in our sails. Let us
Yeah.
hasten back to this witch.
Yeah.
Pom Pom thinks we should let them mind their own business and mind our own.
That's right. That's kind of where I am right now.
King like their funny mask.
My business is justice.
Pom Pom also likes funny.
My
Maybe we'll have to
business
find them later so Pom Pom can trade for masks.
You know what? Maybe. Maybe they could also tell us a few interesting things about, ancient ruins or what have you.
How positively goofy, Goodman says as they curl their finger around their powdered wig.
So-called good men, how do you find yourselves in these straits?
Session 1, I don't know. We'll run a rain check on that one. Give me 5 minutes to think of why he's a horrible criminal.
I check for rain every time I walk outside. I will now take a nap and wait for your answer.
Be good though.
Well, while you were having this discussion, night has fallen on the return trip. You expect to be able to return to Port Fortune by early next morning, but as you are making your way back, night falls. Goodman and Gorthang are on watch over the corpses, as the captain had said there would always be two. Most of the crew is asleep, save for a very skeleton crew keeping ship on track. And at this time, the corpses, each begin to moan.
Now they want to talk.
They begin twisting in their bonds. The magician's scarf, so they're all tied up in, restraining their limbs. The nearest corpse looks over towards where Gorthang and Goodman are illuminated by the candlelight. He has a pleading expression on his face as he tries to speak, but his lips are still sewn shut.
So, Goodman, seems like my messages got through from earlier. I think they want to talk to us. Although I will say,
As you say that, the corpses begin nodding.
they do want to talk to us. However, I am wary of the voices of the dead and what knowledge they have.
The sailors down here sort of wake up, and they sort of freak out at seeing the corpses, and are gonna run.
Calm down.
They're gonna run upstairs and get the captain. Captain, you're where's the captain?
Where's Captain?
Oh,
Oh, he's up. No, he's not.
I think I forgot to put his
Aren't I in my
token out.
quarters?
Yeah, but your token isn't out. That's what I was looking for.
Mhm.
Goodman starts and wants to
Captain,
fight his way ahead of the sailors trying to get out,
Uh-huh.
but then turns as Gorthang is still acting like nothing's wrong. He's like, "Good God, man, can't you see the dead are stirring?"
I have
What?
walked among them.
Oh,
Gorthang
what?
gets up and walks over to the corpses. Which one of you is George?
What's up?
The sailor throws open the door into Captain Two Legs' room. Captain, those corpses you brought on board, they're moaning and moving.
Well, it's a good thing we aren't gonna have him here tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and see what's up.
King
Don't
will
worry.
immediately run downstairs.
Wait, how much time do I have before they get here?
Yeah, you have
And then I'm not-
you have a minute or so before they get here.
I'm also gonna go ahead and pat the guy on the shoulder who woke me up because he obviously was a bit shaken up and say, "Hear me out. I have everything under control. I tied them up as a precaution. I'm assuming they haven't gotten out.
He nods.
We'll see. Everything's under control. But thank you for
All right.
waking me up, okay? Come with me. We'll go ahead and solve this, all right?
Aye, Captain. All right. Before everyone else arrives, Gorthang and Goodman have a moment alone with the corpses. And go ahead and repeat your question there, Gorthang.
Which one of you is George?
The middle one, the younger man, sits up as best he can.
Very well. I shall cut your mouth free. However, if you speak evil upon me, I shall cleave your lips from your very face. I take the edge of my blade and I slice along their lips.
He moves his mouth.
Steal yourself,
about.
Goodman. Let your heart be shaken.
He's panicking with the rifle, shakily being darting around all three of them with the bayonet.
I can speak again. Thank you. It's been so
Why
long.
Why do you walk on legs which are not of the living? For what sorcery binds you to your corpse still?
I just wish to return home to my wife, Isabel.
Why do they call you traitor?
I served with a crew. There was the captain betrayed Red. He betrayed Rothborn. I followed my captain, and we lost and paid for our lives.
And these two next to you carried the same fate. Yes?
He looks to the one on his side. Tom was in my crew, but the other one, I don't know him.
Very well. The others will be arriving soon.
Yes, at this point,
Suggest
you
you go back to being dead. Know that shall see ye rested next to the one you love.
At this point, everyone else makes their way down the stairs. You see the corpses still alive and animated.
King heard corpse talking.
By what magic binds you to your body? Is it not being laid to rest?
I don't know. Maybe it's some curse, but I just want to see my wife one last time, George says.
I can see that your mind is not fey, and your words are not evil. Very well.
You're seriously gonna trust a dead body?
Okay, so hey, yeah. So hear me out. Gorthang, can you come upstairs with me for a moment?
I am honor bound to see George laid to rest. There's
Anyways.
evil work here, my friends.
The other two corpses kind of just.
I mean, can you
Anyways,
prove
come
that
up-
it's evil work? They're dead.
Okay, so first off, all I can say is this. Come upstairs with me for a moment. Gorthang, we need to have a talk.
Very well. You
Okay.
might want to cut those other two free and hear what they have to say.
No, we're not going to do that.
I mean, not cut them free. I meant cut their lips free.
How about we don't do that? Anyways, come upstairs.
I am honor bound because I have accepted you as captain.
Yes. Anyways, so as soon as we're alone, what I'm going to say. Yeah. So first off, we're going to bring Georgie straight to the wizard, because you know, guys, give me a moment for privacy with our friend here. I need to have a very difficult conversation. Thank you. I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight. Anyways, yeah, no. So hear me out. We're going to hand that Georgie there straight to the Fortuna. I hope you know that, right?
Why?
Because we need to make money. She is a fortune teller. She will know the location of things around here. I want to get on her good side, do things that she wants, and get her to tell us information so that we can find the location of treasures and stuff. Okay? I don't know anybody else in that goddamn place over there who's gonna know the location of all kinds of unnatural, valuable nonsense. So I'm gonna do whatever the hell she wants me to until she tells me something I want to hear. Okay? Or at least in the short term, we'll try to get her to fucking pay out. But if we go and take Georgie there and just go to bury him with his wife, I can't let that happen because she asked for us to hand that over to him. I don't want to make her mad at us. I don't want to make enemies of whoever the hell did that to those guys. And third off, why are you making these promises without talking to your other crewmates about it first?
It is the right thing to do.
Hey, okay. Well, here's the thing you have to understand. We aren't in the business of doing the right thing. We're in the business of keeping ourselves alive, trying to make a living out here. You see, all of us probably have families or futures are intense or things we want to do before we die. And you can't really sit here talking about your morality in a ship full of people that are desperate for money, trying to figure out how to make a living. Okay?
Very well. But I will say two things. The first, we can hand over the body. That's okay. But I have given my word that I will lay them to rest.
I'll talk with the hag about it. I'll see if she's willing to make that a possibility. If not, I'm not going to budge. So I'm going to let her, do what she wants, because it's their fault for crossing a hag.
Yes, we don't have to ask. I will lay them to rest one way or another. Second, you think yourself the spider, but I fear all of us are but flies in some web.
There's always something bigger than you out there that's going to hunt you down, whether or not you're a spider, a sheep, a wolf. There's always a huntsman out there that's trying to put your head on a spike.
I think that we may be sheeps going into the wolf's cave.
All right.
I do not trust this mere fortune teller. I think they are more than they seem.
I'm trying to make this a simple one-and-done transaction. If she tries to turn us into her errand boy, we'll politely decline and cut it off there. But if she turns out giving us information that we want, more than happy to turn this into a long-term relationship, okay?
I think information can be gotten from more trustworthy lips
You'll find that people can be very trustworthy when they consider you an asset.
until you're not.
And
Gorthang walks away.
Uh, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Well,
Anyways, I'll go back down.
while that conversation was going on,
Mhm.
does any of the rest of you want to do anything with the other corpses? Let either of the other
Yes.
two speak, talk to George?
Oh yeah. I think King's gonna like lean in to George and just kind of like get in his face and just be like,
King Herd zombie in future. Zombie that eat flesh and attack. Are you zombie? Or use that zombie?
I don't intend to hurt anyone. As he says this, Tom, the corpse to his right, sort of goes and shakes his head in a negative.
The third one.
King will just squint at Tom and just be like,
Is he speak untruth?
He shakes his head, yes.
Oh.
What?
Goodman walks over to the third one. What about you, good friend? You have a desire for brains?
He tries to say the word, but his lips are sealed shut. He looks around, and it's a pirate ship, so I assume that there's like a tank or like a barrel with rum nearby, and he just kind of stares at that.
Oh, they're thirsty.
Dead friend, one drink.
He nods vigorously.
Pom Pom can get friend drink. You can drink through your stitches, right? What if Pom Pom had silly straw?
All right, I'll humor a dead man's last drink.
Pom
Goodman
Pom is
gets
going to
out.
go get some rum for the gentleman.
Yeah, you go and get a bottle of rum.
Goodman unfixes their bayonet and cuts it. I know they can probably drink that with their mouth still sewn shut, but for theme, let's cut their mouths.
okay. Wait, all three?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. King will step back and look at Davy Goodman like he's kind of fucking insane, but he will trust.
I mean, they've kind of proven as well as they could that they aren't violent, right?
Thank
They are
you.
tied up.
You cut Pete's mouth free first. He goes, thank you. He looks to Pom Pom, who's bringing him the drink, the rum.
Mm-hmm.
He's still tied up, he kind of just, you have no idea how much I need this.
Quite a dry spell out there on the archipelago, huh?
Yeah, it's been so long since I've had a drink. They call me Pete. He looks up. Pom Pom, do you pour the rum into his mouth?
Yes.
He drinks it, and he'll drink the whole bottle if you let him.
Pom Pom will not let him drink the whole bottle because Pom Pom thinks that he should watch himself. But enough to get a cup's worth, a decent amount. Pom Pom's generous.
Thank you. You're a saint, Missy. In my pocket. Take it. It's a map.
Ooh. Pom Pom will creep by in the pocket and yoink the map.
Oh no.
I was on a smuggling ship once before I ran out of luck. There's a cache there. Smuggler's Spit, we called it. And a bunch of rum runners have some good things stashed away there.
Is there any security that we should be worried about? I mean, if it's kind of like a cache thing, it kind of feels like might be a bit dangerous to just go in there.
It's hidden. It's under the sand. You'll have to find the exact location, but the map will get you close. You just need to find the wooden hatch, brush the sand off. Can I have another drink, please?
Of course. Pom Pom will pour some more rum down his throat.
So we cut Tom's mouth open, right?
Not yet. But unless you're doing this.
Oh, okay.
No.
No. It's fine. Just continue.
Pete will drink the rum, and having delivered his final message, he will, as he drinks the booze, he seems to become less and less conscious, and then drift off into his eternal sleep. The corpse is now just a...
Oh, good night, Mr. Pete. Pom Pom just kind of like pats his head.
Clever Pom Pom friend. You fed poison.
Oh, is that what this is? Pom Pom had no idea what she was giving him. She just was youthful.
King fully believed wholeheartedly that this was intentional.
Oh, poison. Well, we got a map out of it, and
Yep.
you know, I hope that that's some good treasure.
If you check the Salamander Islands map now, you'll see I've added a new location, Smuggler's Spit. There is, according to the map, a rum runner's hidden cache of treasure there.
Ooh. We could go to Jade Island on the way and see the top one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Back on the Gilded Goose, you now have 2 animated corpses and 1 normal corpse. Tom still looks up desperately at King, wanting his mouth freed.
Well, King decides whether or not to free Pom. Pom Pom's gonna get the rest of her scarves off of the one corpse that is turned into a regular corpse.
Yeah.
All right.
They're very important for my trip.
King will reach for the guy's mouth with his claw and just be like,
You promise you will not bite King.
He nods affirmative.
King will cut the sewing on his mouth.
All right. Tom stretches his mouth. Thank you. King, that's your name, yes, King? You must
Yes,
not trust this one to my left. This George, he and Pete, they're both liars and scoundrels. They'll tear you limb from limb if they get loose, I'm sure of it. You can trust me though. I was falsely charged. I did nothing wrong. I was framed by this one. He points his head towards George. The hell are you talking about, Tom? Kicks him, or tries to kick him with his strained body.
Conflicting narrative.
Why Pete, traitor?
I mean, you don't have to worry about Pete. He gave us a map, and he seems to have been at peace now. Peaceful Pete.
You shouldn't trust him. He's a backstabber and a murderer. I'm sure that map is no good. If anything, it leads you to a trap, I'm sure. They're all a bunch of no good, scum-sucking pirates. Please, just let me free.
Oh, so we're supposed to let you free, but the other ones absolutely not. It seems like you have a bit of self-interest. How are we supposed to trust you? Do we have any evidence?
I'm just a sailor. I did nothing wrong. Please, just untie me, and I'll join your crew.
Are you gonna go back to being a corpse during the day?
It's a part-time thing.
I mean, your crew sleeps at night, do they not? I can be I can be up in the crow's nest all night.
I'll be skittering around all night, scaring the shit out of you every time you walk around the hallway.
My lawyer tells me that I shouldn't take bribes from unsolicited actors unless I have my lawyer present, and she's not present right now, so I'm gonna have to decline your offer.
At this point, I will officially go and let Gorthang and the captain come back in, having had their conversation. You come back downstairs and you see that one of the corpses has been untied, but still looks dead. And the other two, and Tom, has had their mouth cut free.
Okay, so that one that's dead, that isn't George, right?
No, I'm George.
George is in the middle.
Okay, hi George. Anyways, Georgie, what did these people say while I was gone?
Pete drink rum, die from poison. Gave us map to rum runner was word. Yes.
How nice of it. How nice of him. And Tom, You're Tom,
Tom
right?
say that George and Pete liars.
Liars,
You cannot
backstabbers,
trust.
and murderers. Scum-sucking pirates, a lot of them. You shouldn't
Hi,
trust a
Tom.
word they say.
You know, not all pirates go back on their promises, pal. But it's good to know that they're unreliable. Anyways,
You're the captain, right?
yeah.
Let me work for you. Untie me, and I'll join your crew.
Which is not
there,
right.
is there anything I can do to try and like
Hmm.
judge this person's intent?
It's
an
it's
insight
up
check.
to you. It's up to you. There's no such thing as an insight check. It's just you
Oh.
know, what do you believe the talking corpse that was hung
Well-
from Trader's Arch?
Well, Tom, how about this? I'll go ahead and write down your pitch for why you should join the crew, and then I'll have a conversation come morning with the rest of the crewmates as to whether or not we should allow you onto the ship. Okay? We'll
Oh,
put it to a vote.
okay.
Hmm. Captain, may I have a private word?
I want to talk to Tom.
All right. So Captain and Goodman are gonna go have a private chat while Gorthang talks to Tom. Let's start with Goodman and the captain.
Yeah.
Now, I know he seems rather ghastly, but running a private mercenary company costs a little bit of coin, and employees that don't take coin could be, well, a bit of a cost-saving venture. Not that I'm saying that I don't have the coin, but it would be appreciated for employees to not need to. My
You
boy
there,
Mallory
Marilyn?
is already costing me $1 a week.
Marilyn?
Oh, sorry. We're talking about this guy's pay.
He may smell a little bit rough around the edges, but he is. I would urge you to consider that he is free.
I mean, now hear me out. I don't care whether or not this man is free or not. What I care about is whether or not the rest of my crewmates will be comfortable having a walking corpse coming around at night. If that makes sense. And personally, I'm on the fence about it. I want to hear people's second opinions before I do anything involving the living dead.
Me too. Me too. I am just looking out for my coin purse. That is all.
If he's free, then that's great. I'm also worried about what others will think if they figure out that we have a corpse walking around in here.
Yes, it's rather unsightly, isn't it?
Quite a bit, yeah.
It would be bad for business if nobility or guests come over come to our dining hall. Wouldn't it?
Nobility or guests on our ship. I pat him on his back. Oh, pal. I would never ever in my entire life entertain nobility on this ship. Strictly because I'd rather meet them at a location that doesn't smell like dead fish and fucking alcohol.
Good point. Good point. Nevertheless, the crew might be a little enthused about it.
Well, yeah, and that's why I want to do it. I don't want everybody here to be like, why the fuck do we have a fucking undead man? What's wrong with this insane captain, you know? And they'd be right. I would be insane to do this without, making sure that everybody gets a chance to talk about it. Because otherwise, it sounds like I'm insane, right? But if this happens, we can explain what he's saying. We can have them say what they want to say. And I'll say that I personally am a bit anxious about this, but I'd want to give them the chance to decide if they like free labor or not. But, that's what it is. So assuming we do end up with an undead crewman, how are we gonna hide this guy? Do we wanna, try and find him, a big old fucking body cover of, cloth and something? Or, just...
Oh, that won't be a problem. Once I get him in my uniform, I could be a ghoul for all you know with all the white makeup and the tri-corner hat and the suit and the hairpiece. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you put on the hairpiece, really, you won't notice if there's a ghoul there or not.
Oh, sure. I'm sure that the vampires and fucking nobility are really appreciative of that. I'm just kidding. I don't believe that old conspiracy theory. But the thing I want to say, though, is, yeah, no, you're pretty on top of modern fashion. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get him blending in right away.
Meanwhile, Gorthang, you wanted to speak to Tom?
I do.
Yes. He looks up
Hi,
at you
Tom.
and says, Are you here to untie me? I'm
No.
I'm harmless, please. It's been
I was
so...
hoping you could untie some things for me. questions I have.
Yes?
What do you want?
I want to be free.
Free from what?
These bonds? I've been
Are these
hanging
the
there. I've
only
been hanging there.
bonds?
I've been hanging by my neck for so long. I just want to stretch my legs. Maybe have a drink and food and time. The Whitmore's house.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know the place well. Good refreshments, I hear.
If you
Tell me,
want-
Tom,
Yes?
what do you know about George's wife? You were crewmates, no? Surely you've spoken.
Yeah, he's mentioned her. Never shuts up about her.
Did he love her?
As much as a pirate can love anyone, I guess.
Do you know that she now lies dead, too? Took her own head to the noose.
I didn't know that. George, gasps. Wails.
Oh,
Tell me, Tom. George right there. Does that look like the reaction of a traitor?
An actor, maybe.
Poor thing. Glares down at Tom. Why should I trust you?
Because I'm a good man.
I have your words, but I also know the soul of George's wife is restless and has been appearing. How did George betray you? You call him a scoundrel, a foe to friends, a stabber in the dark. Other than your words, what do you have? Other than George's words, I have the ghost of his wife. And all that George wants, when he came back from the dead, first thing he said he wanted to see his wife.
Sort of, his eyes dart and says, When you get back to Port Fortune, ask about me. Ask Swain Gibbons at the tavern owner. He'll speak good of old Tom. He'll
I
tell
do
the
not
truth.
wholly not believe you. So your
Well, I
name is
went
Tom.
to the tavern
Tom
and
what?
he didn't talk about you.
He thinks I'm dead. I've been hung for. I've lost count of how many moons has gone by. Expect him to mention me, but if you ask him, he'll remember me. He'll know I was a good man, an upstanding sailor.
Are you?
People can be deceiving.
Gorthang eyes the bonds of Tom and rests a hand on his sword. We could prove right now that you're a good man.
How can I prove it?
KB, I'm wanting to cut Tom free.
No, don't come Pom Pom's ropes. Pom Pom likes those scars.
I'm thinking of untying Tom, putting his words to the metal against my metal.
oh no.
Maybe we should get the captain before we make his decisions like that.
I mean, there's enough of us here to take on one corpse, is there not? They're already half dead.
Pom
And
Pom
I don't
isn't
even
too
have
sure
any
about
weapons.
this.
You can. What threat am I?
Corpse have teeth.
Your
I
teeth
do.
are sharper.
I
Tell
mean,
me,
you might
Tom,
have rabies or something.
do you need the rest of your body right now?
What do you mean by that?
If I were to rend your head from your shoulders, could you seek freedom that way? As my talking head companion? Do I keep on my belt?
What life would that be? I wouldn't be able to do much at all to help you.
Tom, look at yourself. You're not going to be able to do much anyway. I'd rather help you
I'm a
seek what
skilled
comes next.
sailor. I can join your crew. I can be in. I can work all night.
KB, are there ready actions?
I mean,
Oh, no.
I mean, if you want to say, yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of. It's not like mechanical, but if you want to be like, I'm gonna raise my sword, and if he does anything funny, I'm going to stab him. Then I'll probably give you initiative if that were to happen.
Oh dear.
All right, I'm gonna raise my sword and I'm gonna loosen Tom's bonds.
So you're gonna be like,
no.
you're gonna be like pointing the sword at him with one hand while untying him with your other.
Yes, I'm gonna be like, very well, it's freedom what you want. I shall give it to you.
Small friend. Small friend.
This will be a
Think.
test. I am thinking-
Pom Pom is going to run to the captain because this is something. Pom Pom knows the rules. Pom Pom was able to read some of the rules, and one of the rules is that we probably shouldn't be doing this without the captain present.
Yes.
Wait, we have rules?
King is gonna get his warhammer out.
Wait, do
Oh,
we
what?
actually have rules?
Yes, every ship has a contract of the voyage.
Was this provided to me? Question mark.
You would have been given it. It's usually pretty basic stuff like don't
Oh.
steal. It's mostly just the punishments are pretty self-explanatory, but most of it's just you knowing what'll happen to you if you do X before you sign on to the crew.
Yes.
Okay,
but-
so I, in my mind, think I am helping the captain by finding
no.
out the truth about Tom.
Oh dear.
Okay, wait, what's this? What are they about to Gorthang?
Small friend let corpse free.
Gorthang?
The time for wills is now.
Gorthang?
I'm gonna try to untie Tom.
If you untie that man, I am going to make you walk the plank, and I am not even joking right now.
Pom Pom's restraints are pretty good. It might at least take him a while to untie him.
No, stop him.
Hear me out. Tom
No.
claims to be a good man, Captain.
I don't care if he's a good man or not. I care about
Yes.
whether or not the rest of the crew want him to serve on here. Okay?
I don't.
We're
I'm
going
not-
to have a discussion. Why are you doing this?
Because if we untie Tom and he attacks us, we'll know that they are lying. If we untie
you-
Tom
what-
and
You're
he does
doing
not
this-
attack us,
You
They
are
can
not
be
allowed to do
trusted.
that. You are not allowed to do that until the rest of us have had a discussion. Because we
I'm
can
just saying.
circumvent this
Um,
entire thing, because if we decide he's dangerous, we can just cut his head off and call it a day.
Pom Pom
Very
has
well.
a problem with your plan. What if he's just playing nice and he won't attack us because we've kind of tied him up and threatened him a lot of times? I don't really know if this is a valid way to see if he's a good man.
Well, if we leave him tied up, we'll never know.
Yeah, but if we untie him and he just grovels and submits, we don't know if he's gonna try to stab us in the back.
Well, he's already been branded a traitor. If we untie him, we can ask about him in town.
Why would
And
you
if
walk
we
him
keep him
around
tied up, we can ask
town?
about him.
I wouldn't
King's
walk him
gonna-
around town.
King is going to look to George and just say gruffly,
Mr. Corpse husband. Is this man trustworthy?
George shakes his head. He's a pirate.
Exactly. I wouldn't trust
Bite your
myself
tongue,
with,
Tom says. Bonks his head against George. I'm
Okay.
just an
Well,
ordinary
it's
sailor.
been-
I'm not part
you
of
shut
your...
the fuck up.
Yes, Captain.
Tom, shut up. Thank you. Okay, anyways, guys, here's what they're going to do. Gorthang, you're going to be very quiet for a moment, and we're all going to go ahead and have a discussion, okay? And by that, I mean we're not going to talk about this until morning. George gets candid into the thing. You can suggest what you want to the rest of the crew in the morning, okay? Get these people nice and secured. Tom, George, keep nice and fucking quiet, okay? While we all nap and keep our guards going, all right? I don't want any more drama at 2 a.m. in the morning with a bunch of zombies, okay?
Pom Pom thinks this is a good.
I'm sorry. I know that you want to set them free and do all these tests of moral character, and you might still get that opportunity, but just wait until everybody's awake and everything's good instead of like right now, okay?
Gorthang looks at the captain with sadness in their eyes, but not sadness for their actions. A pity for the man that he thinks the captain used to be.
oh my gosh.
My cold, emotionless eyes stare straight through you.
Pom
Gorthang
Pom's beginning
turns
to
her head
wonder
the
why
side.
Gorthang became a pirate.
I go where I am needed. But Gorthang like puts her head to the side and goes like,
We're here to make
I'm just
money.
saying, you could have joined the circus first.
circus is actually more moral than pirates. I
Yeah,
go
you
where
should be in the
morality is needed.
circus.
Please, I do not want to be I'd rather not have somebody try to moralize me. If you want,
Gorthang shakes his head.
I have my truth and you have yours. Now everybody get to bed.
Yes.
All right.
King won't
Okay.
In Gorfang, you're not allowed to keep an eye on this. King, have you gotten any sleep so far?
sleep. Enough.
Okay, you and One Eyes get a chance. I say, referring to whichever one of the crewmates is colloquially known as One Eyes due to having an eye patch.
I love that.
Aye, Captain.
4 people respond. I.
I pat One Eyes on the fucking shoulder. All right, do a good job. And if anybody comes down here and talks to those two, that isn't you two guys. You're allowed to talk to the prisoners here. Tell them to leave, and then if they don't, tell me in the morning, okay?
Aye, Captain.
All right. Anyways, everybody, let's go back to sleep. I'm gonna go back and start conking the hell out. Unless there's an actual emergency, nobody is to mess with me until tomorrow, okay?
Aye, Captain.
All right.
Goodman do one more thing. He'll check that all the binds are secure still, and then he'll go.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a little confusion that I undid Drunk Pete. He should be back.
Pom Pom did remove Pete. After he
If
was
Pom Pom's
after
instructed
he
to
seen-
rebind Pete, Pom Pom will.
I'll have told them that tie Pete up again just as a precaution.
Pom
Okay.
Pom will tie Pete up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the next day, morning comes. Everyone's gotten some sleep, as much sleep as you can get, with the knowledge of a bunch of undead corpses, 30 feet away from you. But morning comes. Captain gathers the crew, except for old One Eye, who's going to keep an eye on the corpses. The moment the sun hits the as soon as the sun begins to dawn, the corpses of George and Tom do seem to go still and lifeless. But unless you say otherwise, I assume one of the crew is going to keep an eye on them anyway.
Oh yeah. One Eyes is going to. I will, however, ask him whether or not I'm going to ask him. Man, do you think that we shouldn't let old Tom over there into the crew?
He says he'll go with whatever the captain says, but he doesn't trust pirate corpse.
He then pats him. I didn't pat him on the shoulder. Yeah, I don't trust him either. Anyways, keep an eye on him. Thank you. I'll make sure that. I'm kind of inclined to agree with you, but I have a few people that are saying otherwise, and I want to make sure that they know that they're dumb and shouldn't continue thinking that. Anyways, I'm gonna head upstairs.
All right. So the crew gathers, on the deck.
So, can I take off here, or should I
Please.
wait for more? Okay. So it's a pleasure to have you all here right now. Old One Eyes is in the bottom floor right now, looking after what are apparently our cargo and prisoners now. George and Tom are currently, well, they were two corpses, but now they are the Walking Dead in the bottom of our hole. I know this is horrifying to many of us. We will be turning in Georgie to the fortune teller back in town. That's the plan. Tom, however, apparently requested to join our crew. And now, I'm incredibly skeptical about this and think that this is a very big danger, but I've had other people here suggest that maybe we should allow them to join the crew. I'm going to give people a chance to voice their opinions now and say how they feel about this, okay? We're going to go ahead, and I want everybody that has an opinion as to why they should join to raise their hand right now and state their opinion. And then we'll go through one at a time.
All right. Who wants to speak in favor of Tom joining the crew?
Goodman looks around and sees no. It's a pretty grim scene, but he'll raise his hand.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead, Sir David Good.
Yes. Good morning. We are not a very well-staffed ship. I know he might not seem like the best option, but we do not have best options. We have okay enough options. We have options that we need to get by. Maybe even whether or not he is guilty or not guilty, death is a pretty big wake-up call. Perhaps he deserves a second chance if he's willing to work on the deck at night for free indefinitely due to a curse. And also fight for us if I ask him to, because he's not really in a position to really decline. And then he just Flurvy looks around and then settles down. Did that go over?
Yeah, so
Well said, sir. Well said, sir. I second Mr. Goodman's opinion.
Mostly what I've heard here is that the idea is that if everything works out, we'll basically have a new member of the crew that's basically slave labor. And I'm sure at the middle of nighttime when all of us want to go to sleep. Now, I'd still keep people awake at night and keeping an eye on this man, assuming we did even make this decision. But does anybody else want to argue on behalf of keeping the undead skeleton man in the basement?
I was expecting Gorthang to say something, but
These are only inquisitions for favor, right?
Yes.
I am strictly against it.
Oh.
Yeah. Would you like to know why?
I mean, we're getting to the opposition arguments. So
Okay, now opposition teams, let's go. Raise your hands. I'm assuming I go through a bunch of crewmen that are like, he's undead, I don't like him, he smells
Yeah.
weird. And then we finally get the gore thing.
yeah.
Okay, Pom Pom. If I told you you had to work without pay during the night on this ship without pay, would you do it?
Pom Pom doesn't think that sounds like fair compensation of labor, but Pom Pom's also not a corpse, so I don't know. Pom Pom doesn't know if Pom Pom's opinion would change.
During the night, Tom is essentially no different from us. If we bring them on, they must be paid. However, I am against bringing them on because they are dead. They should move on. They have things that could possibly be better for them in the next life. Imagine you are apparently, allegedly, wrongly killed, and then you die, experience death, and then the night and every night after, you come back to life, hanging there, and then you get cut down and you're brought here. Tom wants freedom from being hanging there, from being restricted in any ways. Even if we let him join, I don't think he'd stay. I think that he would take his first chance to book it out of here. Unless all he really wants to do is sail, and if we fulfill his heart's wish, he'll pass on anyway, from what we've seen with the alcoholic Pete downstairs. So I'm against having them on, because I am against slavery. It is not right. You would make a thrall of this corpse who has already been through so much. The right thing to do would be to help Tom move on.
Small friend making sense.
Yeah, it was nice helping Pete move along. He got one last drink. Maybe Pom Pom thinks we should help Tom move along then.
Okay, yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give Tom a nice drink and then we'll bury him at sea. Everybody agree? Everybody everyone who agrees says aye aye.
I think
aye.
that
Aye,
burying
aye.
them at sea will just make a corpse that will swim to the shore at night.
Well, if you tie enough bricks around him.
Burying at sea is a perfectly fine and acceptable thing to do, especially during long voyages.
And I
don't
mean,
think
if we
they
let
need
him
to be
move on like
buried.
Pete, he's not gonna wake up again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but that's not how Pete didn't move on because he was buried at sea.
I don't
Pete was
want...
move on because he had his qualms resolved.
I don't
need to
Well,
figure
I
out
mean, we
Tom's
can also
calls.
bury
No,
Pete at
no.
sea after he moved on.
And we do need to bury Pete at sea.
I don't, I don't personally care about this person's, arrangements and issues predating his death. That's not our concern. We're here to make money. As far as I'm concerned, give him the drink, help him calm down, toss him overboard. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to go into town and bury this dude or find somewhere to put him where I don't know who got mad at this guy or why, and I don't want them to be questioning why we undead their little personal, hate target.
That's also a
I
good
think
point.
that if I was a zombie who only came
Yeah.
alive at night and I was thrown overboard in the middle of the ocean and I had to swim to shore after hanging on a noose for countless days and someone made my life even harder. Let me rephrase. Someone made my unlife even harder. You would write yourself an enemy.
Pom Pom thinks
Yeah.
you're missing the part where we turn him into a corpse that won't wake up again.
Yes,
no, hear
but
me out.
that's after. Well, we can't just bury him at sea because he won't move on. We need to help him move on and then bury him at sea.
That's what we were
That's the
talking
plan.
about.
That's exactly the plan, yeah.
We're on the
All I
same
heard the
page.
captain say was give him a drink and throw him over.
That worked on the last guy, right?
Yeah, but that's because that guy wanted a drink before he passed on.
Okay,
Tom
well, let's
doesn't
talk-
want that.
Okay, well, you know what? Whatever.
Apparently, Tom wants to
Everybody-
work for you.
Everybody wants him dead. I'll go ahead and resolve how to get rid of the guy. I'm gonna go downstairs and talk to him, okay? We'll see what he needs in order to be ready to take a break.
Well, he's dead right now. He won't be awake again until tonight.
Okay,
Ah,
we'll
It's
do it
almost
tonight.
as if we could have talked to him last night.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we wanted to discuss with the rest of the crew what we're going to do with him before we decided to go put him away.
Captain needs beauty sleep.
I hate to say this, but say this, but before we make any decisions on what to do with prisoners, it's important to have everybody's opinion made verbal.
Even if those opinions are wrong.
Yes.
If it's when the ship comes to a consensus, it cannot be wrong.
Falsehood. That is how you ended up here. Desperate, more or less.
Did you just call me desperate? I'm here at the helm of a mighty ship, out and about to take part of one of the greatest adventures of my life, surrounded by people I would call my comrades, and you would dare say I am desperate.
My camaraderie needs to be earned.
Pom Pom still wonders why you joined a pirate ship then.
Gorthang, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you think I'm desperate?
I think that you really, really need money. Hi, Gazai.
Everybody here needs money. I mean, imagine if I didn't supply, profit to my crewmates. I'd be a horrible
King spent last
captain.
gold coin. King have no money.
Everybody here wants
penniless.
to get paid. And the margins for a single ship out in the water, it's pretty tight. Anybody
What
who's ran
good?
one understands you.
What good is coin compared to your soul? Go
I
ask
have no-
Tom.
Oh, I have no concerns for the future of my soul. Now, if you'd be so kind, how about you go ahead and clean the deck? I'm going to go ahead downstairs and talk to our friend and figure out what we're going to do. And if you ever call me desperate again, we're going to have some trouble, especially if you have the balls to do it in front of my crew.
I'm 90% balls. Hey, Pom Pom.
All right.
Yeah?
How can I sign a contract if I can't write? Gorthang just
I-
kinda walks away.
Well, that's something that you have to
Gorthang,
take
you have
up
an
with your,
intelligence
you
of
and
10. You are fully literate.
Well,
it's simple.
I can read, but I can't write.
That
It's simple. You go
does
ahead.
not make sense.
It's simple.
Literacy
This isn't
isn't
Burning
based
Wheel.
on writing.
It's simple though. You just have somebody dictate to you the terms of the contract. You then find a person that knows how to read, pay them to read it to you, and then you put your mark on it because
Yep.
you aren't
Yeah.
literate enough to spell your name.
Yeah, lots of
Pom Pom would
several
tell
members of the crew
you-
are probably illiterate and therefore just made a mark. The contract was.
Pom Pom would tell you should have hired a good lawyer to read the contract through to you before you signed on.
True, true.
She could recommend a good rat lawyer.
Yeah, but she's my lawyer. I pay her in cheese.
All right.
I swear. I swear.
All right. The meeting ends. Crew gets to do going about things as you are coming into Port Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is anchored off. You get into the rowboats to make your way into the old wharf. I assume that you are bringing George's corpse with you.
Inside of a barrel.
Inside of a
Yes.
barrel. Very good.
King carry barrel.
King is carrying a barrel with a corpse in it. This is normal pirate behavior.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. You've reached the old wharf. I assume King and the captain, at least, are going to speak to the old woman. Is everyone going with?
Yep.
Pom Pom will go with. Pom Pom's good moral support.
Exactly. If there's one thing I remember, it's when I was working on a massive set for restaurant, and they fired everybody except the clown because the job gets stressful.
Exactly.
Somebody I hope gets that reference. Anyways,
Not you. You stay.
exactly. SpongeBob reference, which is
Oh my
topical. We're
God.
pirates.
Except for you.
Oh man.
Squeaky, squeaky.
All right. Anyways, yeah.
All right. You make your way back to the hut of Mama Fortuna. She sticks her head out through the curtain as she sees you coming in. I heard that the Gilded Goose was back. It's only been a couple of days. You been to Traitor's Arch?
Oh, we made an express run just for you, and
Oh, you
As
are such a
proof-
good boy.
I try my hardest. I'd hate to disappoint you. And to prove my point, King, if you will present them with the barrel.
Here is barrel. Inside is dead friend.
Oh, he's no one's friend, I assure you. She opens the barrel and says, there's that no-good George Smith. Thank you. Now, Mama Fortuna always pays her debts. I have some trinkets here that might be... I'm afraid I don't have gold for you, but I have something that might be worth more than its weight in it. Captain,
Gold
did you
very
want to...
heavy.
I would love to see what you're willing to offer.
She pulls out a chest and opens it and says, Captain, how many of there are you in your those of your crew who face these dangers?
If I remember correctly, it's 5. No, 6. I forgot. We have Mullery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
6. Very well. Then in exchange for this returning him to me, I will give you 6 of my elixirs. She pulls out 6 vials of a strange sort of black ink-like substance. Downing one of these will allow one to breathe underwater for some time.
Oh.
There's a lot of wealth has been sunk to the bottom of these the bottoms of this seas. If you use these at the right time, you may be able to get much more wealth than I could offer you in terms of coin.
Oh, oof. You're offering an opportunity, I see. And that I am very happy. Thank you for being too kind.
Oh, it's no matter. One moment, she hands the chest with the vials over to the captain and says, "Now, I have been waiting too long for this. George, come here, you!" And she sticks her hand straight down the corpse's mouth, up to her elbow. She seems to feel around as if she's looking for something, and then there, she pulls her hand out, and in her fist is a ball of light. There you are, George. You broke a promise to Mama. And she goes over and she places the ball of light in a jar, like a clay jar, and puts a lid on it.
Pom Pom starts clapping because this was an awesome magic trick, according to her.
King, dear, would you mind taking the barrel and the corpse? I have no further need of it.
Of course.
King is perturbed by what he just witnessed, but he does so.
This is why you don't mess with storytellers, soothsayers, oracles, clerics, and fortune tellers.
Mama will go and pat you on the shoulders. He's such a good boy. He knows to listen to his mom.
Oh, I'll be honest, you're much nicer than my biological one, I tell you what.
Oh.
But, I wanted to ask for one more tiny thing if I could petition you. I was wondering, and I hate to ask for more, but have you heard any rumors or know of any whereabouts of where I could find profit or some way to help keep my crew, lubricated and employed?
Well, I know of one bit of treasure. It's not even too far away. She points up to Fort Albatross. You know, Red Roger Rathborn. There's venom in her words as she says his name. That devil of a man, he has a great wealth of treasure that he's kept secret from his crew. I hear that there's a chest under his bed in his private chambers. Treasure he didn't share with his crewmen.
Oh, so he's a cheat, you say?
A no-good, scum-sucking pirate.
So I'm trying to write in something here. Under notes. You know what? I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna go ahead and write this into the general chat here for this place. So we're just still in Void Empire right now.
Yeah. I'm still just using the same channel.
Okay. Are you okay if I pin in warehouse a rumor about treasure under the what's the pirate's name again?
Red Roger Rathborn.
Red Roger Rathborn's bed. Or about treasure under Red Roger Rathborn's bed. Alright, I have that down there.
Alright.
Because that is effectively money for later. Okay. Well, I have to say, thank you for that. And honestly, if somebody parted him from that treasure, it'd only be fair. I mean, he parted it from his own crew. It's clearly not his to keep, right?
It goes against his contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, and thank you. And I'll try my best to stop by occasionally and see if I can do some favors for my favorite mama.
Please do. And if you ever need a fortune told, 1 gold.
Of course. Best wishes. Okay. Anyways, I'll come on out. Anyways, guys, great conversation. How about we go ahead and bury that man, by the way, over in the place next to his wife? I mean...
Yes.
I cannot help but notice that Gorthang, is
Yeah, I noticed that.
way up here. Hey, Gorthang, what you doing?
I'm going to Fort Albatross.
All right. As you approach Fort Albatross, there are a couple of pirates call down from the walls. Who goes there?
I am Gorthang, the Black Blade of Justice, half elven. I am half an elf.
Aye. And what do you want? Is there a problem?
I seek an audience with Red Roger Rathborn.
What for?
I know of one who seeks to undermine your authority.
They exchange looks and say, "We'll tell him." And I think that'll probably be a good place for us to hang for the first session.
Okay, yeah, good fun. Everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man,
That was great.
I definitely enjoyed not being a morally gray sleazeball.
This is really fun.
My character's morality is I'll do anything except screw my own crew.
Yes.
Or break a promise. Or sorry, break a deal.
I'm having fun playing King also. I did not know if I would stick to the voice, but it's actually very funny.
Oh, come on, stick
Very
to the
stimmy.
voices. The more
Very
you do
stimmy.
good. The more you do the voices, the more confident you get in your voices.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, I spent an entire campaign talking like this.
Yes. All right. I think I've got to get going, but it's
Alright,
been real,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Thank you so
You
much.
Take care. You take care.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Now,
Bye.
Boy. Alright, yeah, no, good time. I hope I do want to ask though, if it's okay. I feel a little bit rough about having like butting heads with a Gorthang, but I want to ask how you feel about that, and if like you're comfy, because I feel like it was the reasonable thing in character, but I want to ask how you're feeling with that.
I think it's a good repartee, and
Mm-hmm.
Gorthang will not stop pushing to morality. It's the character.
Yeah.
Gorthang does not like Mama Fortuna because of what he saw her do, which he views as one of the greatest of wrongs.
Yeah.
So what the intention here with Fort Albatross is to be like, hey, you know those people you hang for your authority? Mama Fortuna just paid people to cut them down.
No. Oh God.
And I'm gonna be like, but
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to make an oath with them on their side authority to
Oh God.
to give immunity to the crew. And the evidence of this can be found
Oh.
in the hall of the Gilded Goose with a corpse who talks at night.
Wait, why would we? They're gonna do all of this without talking to the rest of the party?
Maybe.
Are you sure?
Because
I think it's the right thing to do.
I know your character thinks that, but all I'm saying is it seems kind of antithetical to us playing a pirate campaign to have a character who doesn't want to be a pirate.
it's
I
not
never
that.
said that.
I'd be fine with that. It's just it makes it kind of hard to build up business relationships if one of my crew members is going to straight up tell the authorities about something illegal we did, hoping that they'll be nice because we snitched.
I don't know. It's
after that
not
kind of the-
on you guys.
No,
it's
no,
on Mama Fortuna.
No, it's on us.
Yeah,
we're
and you think that
snitches.
you think that there's honor among thieves and that she's not going to take us down and be like, oh yeah, these were the guys who did it. I mean,
No, here's the thing. We'll be known as snitches, and then we might as well leave this town. Our business here is just cooked.
yeah.
The moment you do a job and then snitch on it, nobody will hire you anywhere in a small town like this. You are just your host. You just
That
pack
is a
up and
rural
leave.
town.
Here's the
This
thing,
is a
here's the
pirate
thing.
town.
Here's the thing. Although I did sneak away,
Mhm.
and KB did not stop me. Next session, we can like retcon and have me sneak away at the end.
okay.
So you can try to convince me not to do this. However, there is an alternative.
Mhm.
I'll give you guys the 2 weeks to think about it, but think how else Gorthang could see justice done.
I'm going
Well,
to be
I mean,
honest.
if you're dead set on doing a paladin, I mean, I would kind of do what Willow did, where it's more ends justify the means. Or Willow, was a very bendy paladin. That
The problem more the problem I see here, and you're correct here, Teeves, is that it's not the character you're doing, it's the fact that you're going to be oppositional to the intent of the party in ways that might undermine
Yes,
it.
I'm
or make
sorry, but it's
Yeah.
we're gonna face opposition. This also a little bit of opposition will makes the D&D a little fun. You gotta be a little mischievous, a little bit sneaky. Not everything is gonna be a group activity every time. You're gonna have to deal with people, and I think that's an okay thing. And I think next session, when I try to sneak away, you can try to deal with it
Okay. Well,
as a
we
little
will.
funsies, you know.
Okay. Well, we can sort that out. But I'm gonna go ahead
Stakes
and
are high.
skedaddle now.
But
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Good night, everybody. Thank you all for
Good night.
watching, and
Doodles.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.